folks. Welcome to Longhorn Camp. I hope you guys have been having a good time so far. Welcome to WT White. We are so excited to have you here. And what we're going to go over in this session is called How to Be a Longhorn. And these are going to be the big things that you need to know before coming to school next Monday. This video is going to go over our phone policy, and then afterwards, these student leaders that have been with you today are going to answer some questions and go over some of the other big points about what it's like to be a Longhorn, what it's like to be a student here at WT White. But first, let's talk about phones.
The phone policy. I know most of you have probably heard about it, and this is going to answer many questions that you might have. The first thing that we will talk about are the new policies and procedures, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how we can make the best of it. But ready or not, the change is here. This summer, the Texas legislature, the people that make laws in this state, passed House Bill 1481, requiring schools to prohibit the use of personal cellular devices during the instructional day on school grounds. That includes all of these things: tablet, a smartwatch, smart glasses.
You know those things with like the little cameras on the glasses?
And yes, even AirPods. AirPods are also counted in the law. So because of this state law, we have to come up with procedures on how to make sure that no phones are out in the building during the school day. The best thing for students to do is to leave personal devices at home. That is the ideal thing to do. That way you don't have to worry about it at school. You don't have to worry about getting in trouble. It's just out of sight, out of mind, and you can leave it at home. The first question is often, well, how do I get in contact with my parents?
Well, back in my day when we didn't have cellular devices, we just talked to our parents the old-fashioned way. We didn't.
But if you need to contact home or somebody outside of the school, you can always use the campus telephones. And when you have a Chromebook, you have access to your email. So the ideal thing is to leave it at home and not even bring it. However, we know that there are things that happen both before and after school that require that you have a cell phone with you. And so you may bring the phones to school. However, any device that you bring to school, any personal cellular device that you bring, will need to be stored in a locked pouch for the entire school day. And that is where these yonder pouches come in. The pouches look something like this, and they are locked with a special magnet. You can put your phone and smartwatch and AirPods or whatever else you might have in these pouches. So here's how it's going to work. Every student will be assigned a yonder pouch. Some of you may have gotten one at entry today. If you did not receive a pouch, you will likely receive one tomorrow when you arrive at school. And so make sure the folks at the door that you enter know that you do not have a pouch yet and that you need one. These pouches have to be brought with you every day, even if they are empty. Think of it like an ID badge. You will not be permitted into school without having your yonder pouch with you. We do not keep the pouches, okay? We don't keep them at school. Once we assign one to you, that is your pouch for the year. And you bring it home and you bring it back to school every day, just like you would any other material. Students will lock their phones and any other personal device in the pouch before entering the building. Students will unlock their yonder pouches as they exit the building at the end of the day. At the end of the day, the magnets will be by the door, and you unlock the yonder pouch. Then you can get your phone out and use it as you exit school, and you make sure that you bring the yonder pouch back with you the next day. If you lose or damage your yonder pouch, you will be required to purchase another one for $20. And I know that procedure may seem complicated. You'll get used to it. We all will get used to this new change. But if you are intentionally trying to be sneaky or secretive and bringing a phone outside of a pouch, these are the potential consequences that you might incur. And these are not WT White specific. These are for all schools in Dallas ISD. If you are found to have a phone outside of a pouch during the school day, the first offense will be 1 day of reset. The second will be 2 days of reset. Third offense will be 3 days of reset. Each time your phone will be confiscated and only your parent will be allowed to come up and get it for you. After the fourth offense, students are sent to DAEP. This is very important. If you are found using a cell phone device in the restroom or a locker room on campus, we don't do the first to second or third offense. You go straight to DAEP. A lot of what the law is trying to prevent is phones in bathrooms. And so the first time that you are found in a restroom or a locker room with a phone, it's an automatic referral to DAEP. Oof. I know that's a lot of change. I know this is going to be a lot to deal with. It's upsetting maybe to some of us. It is confusing. We can get mad and we can get upset, and those feelings can be valid, but we can't control what the Texas legislature does, and we can't control really the decisions that are made at the district level. What we can control is our own attitude when big things like this change. So instead of remaining upset with the new changes, we can see these policies as an opportunity. We can see it as an opportunity to disconnect from our phones. I will be the first to admit that I am on my phone far too much. And so this is going to be a good opportunity for me to disconnect from my phone and to practice being fully present in the moment. We can see it as an opportunity to learn how to focus more on the task that is in front of us, whether it's in class or in athletics or even just talking to someone new, because another opportunity we get from this is to build stronger relationships face-to-face in real life. And the final opportunity I can think of is that we have an opportunity to learn balance between our real life and our life online.
All right, so that is the new policy based on state law. I know that's going to be a big change for everybody, but I believe in our ability to make that change. You're going to be seeing a lot of me on some of these videos throughout the year and throughout your time here at WT White in advisory. But for now, your student leaders are going to take over and tell you some more helpful information. I will see you again in a future advisory video. Until then, welcome to WT White. Be good to yourself and others, and I will see you real soon.